Facts and Cap podcast, episode 13, baby.
Episode motherfucking 13.
You're going on. It's your boy Big Just LaFlair.
Jones here.
It's King Kazadi.
Yes, get your merch. First of all, I just want to let y'all know, get your merch. We selling at a high rate. If you want your shit faster, you want you a mask, you want you a shirt, come get it. We'll get it to you, man. Business is booming. Come get you one. Don't be that dude at the public you somebody with a shirt and you ain't got it. Don't feel left out. Ain't that right, Kazadi?
It's a fact, man. We selling. We selling. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
We selling, man.
How y'all boys been, man? Y'all boys had a good weekend?
Hell yeah.
I seen
Well,
over
great weekend, man.
the weather didn't change over the last 2 days, huh? My boy Kazadi, you got hoodie season looking like one of Bay's kids,
A
boy.
little chilly in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a little chilly, feel good though, huh?
Hey, it's like fall coming, man. So
Hey, bro, y'all niggas come hoop, man. We got one more good weekend, probably.
I tell you, I hurt myself.
Hey, y'all niggas, this is Atlanta, nigga. It's gonna be 90 degrees.
I know, right?
Anyway, man, so, I mean, I don't really think there's nothing else to start it off with besides the fact that the Clippers fucking choked last night. Did y'all see that? I know y'all seen it.
And then you can't trust Clippers these days, bro. All these niggas is tripping, bro.
The Clippers bit?
Hey.
No, they ain't no dogs. They choked.
They choked.
They choked.
Nah, this shit is bad.
Bro.
This was bad.
Facts of Cap. Was that the worst 3-1 loss ever? Was that the worst loss in the playoffs ever?
It's tough. That's tough. You got Golden State and Cleveland. She got OKC and Golden State that same year.
OKC wasn't that bad though. I can tell you automatically because
It broke up the
they were up because they were up. That was great, but it wasn't like no constructed team or like they didn't plan it. You know what I'm saying? The pressure wasn't there. They just happened to lose once they got to 3-1. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference. I think this Clipper team, it's like
I think time will tell. It's 1A or 1B right
that
now.
works.
To me, it's 1A, 1B. It's either this or Golden State. Hey.
Golden State, I would make the argument that it was because of the fact that, I mean, we seen what was on the line. It's a chip on the line. You're up 3-1. Y'all supposed to best y'all 73.
Ever.
But I mean, my thing is, are they gonna use the excuse the whole pandemic and the bubble and all that shit to be a reason why it went how it went?
The only reason they will, I mean, they basically already have. The only reason that I say that I don't fuck with that excuse is because of the fact that basically everybody went through the same thing you did. So it's not like it affects your team more, it affects everybody.
What?
So that's why I can't let that slide.
That's good shit. We knew Paul George was fucking food. But Kawhi had an opportunity to put himself in the goddamn legend status.
He just stopped being aggressive, period.
This nigga won 1 for 11.
Yeah.
1 for 11.
Bro, when he hit the
0
side,
points in the closeout game in the fourth quarter.
when he hit the side of the backboard, I didn't know what else to do. I knew it was done then. He hit the side of the backboard, wide open.
Wide open.
Now, mind you,
And the game wasn't even over yet.
Listen, Kawhi, you're supposed to be the superstar. You're supposed to be the nigga that makes the plays. But everybody needs a sidekick, right? And there was a multiple the reason why I'm so mad at him is because Paul George had multiple opportunities, good looks, where he could change the course of a game. He just knocked down one.
Pandemic Pete.
Like, at least with Kawhi, they double teaming Kawhi. So he got to find alternative ways to score. You know what I'm saying? Paul George, you standing that motherfucker wide open.
Yeah, but they both
But they both choked.
Both of them locked in on contracts.
No, Kawhi paid. They both paid.
They got 1 more year left.
I'm saying, I mean,
And then they got player options. Don't quote me. I think they got 1 more year.
both of them.
Yeah. They got both.
They're both out of here.
Nah, they might get Doc Rivers out of here though. What do you think about that?
Bro, they said Doc Rivers. I didn't even realize it. He has the most
Game 7 losses.
Game 7 losses all time. The most comeback from 3-1. It's like all of him. Like, is he the most overrated coach?
It might be. They say you take the personality. So, and then what I didn't like is Paul George. Like when he went to the podium, he was talking about how basically it was like not a championship or bust.
Yeah, full of shit.
Hold on, I got a video for y'all, and it's not gonna do him no justice. Hold on, listen to this, y'all.
But you know, it is what it is. It's no cop out. Fact of the matter is, we didn't live up to that expectation. But I think internally, we've always felt this is not a championship or bust year for us.
Of you and Kawhi Leonard, like this team that you guys have, is it a get it done or bust, or is it patience within said 2 years or 3-year time?
I think immediately we expected to come in and win it all. Like we didn't have no other like, hey, we just gonna take
George
a year.
Paul.
The clown music though.
So y'all got Reggie Jackson and
Hold on.
Morris too, huh? Morris, Joakim.
Nothing bad.
He feeling real cocky. He feeling feeling dangerous.
Yeah, we got Joakim.
Hold on.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God.
So
We got Joakim.
the clip, it just keeps going on and on. But Paul George talked a lot of shit. He was the main one. What he said? Y'all seen Dame and CJ trolling them?
As they should.
Yes, they should.
I don't know, man. They
They was dying laughing.
yeah.
Like,
My thing is, bro.
you trolling them.
You got out there, Cancun on 3. And the crazy part is, like CJ said though, I feel like Patrick Beverley, you had a good game that night, but you didn't do shit for most of the series. So that just go along with it. But I think that ultimately everybody's to blame. I think Montrez didn't play well the whole series. He got his ass kicked by Jokic. I think that Lou, he ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? He had a good first half.
Hey, this where we gonna differ. Everybody's saying that, but my thing is, the Nuggets just look great.
Nah, bro. You was up 3-1. It's not about.
1, bro.
Yeah, you was up 3-1. Like you had it sold up. All you had to do was close, and you was up by at least 10 in all 3 games. By at least 12 in all 3 games. That's not that the Nuggets is just that good. That's just like y'all niggas is just.
The Nuggets is playing.
Y'all niggas can't hold on to leads. Like y'all niggas don't focus. Y'all can't play complete games, and that's how you lose.
3 straight double-digit leads. Like,
Yeah.
that's not.
They playing great basketball, bro.
But the Clippers aren't. I'm not saying Nuggets ain't formidable. What I'm saying is that they had enough talent to win the game. They choked. When you start hitting the side of the backboard and wide open three, that's not the Nuggets defense.
Bro, you gotta understand, like,
That's pressure.
what y'all niggas ain't understand. These niggas are in a bubble. These niggas ain't getting no ass like that.
But
Niggas ain't.
So the Nuggets ain't in the bubble?
Right, that's the
Hey.
thing. When you say shit like that, you gotta realize everybody going through the same
Hey,
shit.
The Clippers more so, they like, yo, nigga, we used to goddamn do what we want to
Some
do in
niggas-
LA.
Some niggas getting ass in the bubble.
Daniel House out here hitting the girl that's checking the
Hey.
checking the temperatures.
Smart man gotta get it how you get it.
Was he a smart man?
How's he play for Houston, right?
Yeah.
In the middle of the series.
And he lied about it, and he
Yes.
ultimately told the NBA the truth, and they basically expelled him. That's what they said. They expelled him from the bubble because he lied.
Expelled.
So my thing is, Daniel House.
You told me y'all niggas wouldn't do the same thing.
No.
No, nigga. Listen, you got when you. It's one thing if you're there for you. It's another thing when you got teammates and they're showing the discipline that they need to show. So now it's
Not
like,
if I'm him. Like, if I'm just some practice squad player,
yeah, I can get
He
that.
ain't the star player.
But Daniel House
he's
is
an important role
he's an
player.
important role on the team. So that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta understand what you're doing. That's why James Harden usually don't call niggas out. He don't say nothing, but you seen he called niggas out.
But what kind of? I look at it like this.
He called them out. Like,
He had whoever the girl was had to get the same test, everything. So she good. They
No,
been
but
bubble all the time.
no.
So what's the issue?
So the confusion about it was why the confusion even happened, because she does the COVID test. When you come in there with the COVID test, you have on the whole body
You can't have it
symbol
on there. Just
because it was on
A
camera.
little slit.
a little slit cut down there.
They had it on camera. So look, my issue with him,
Nasty.
the issue is,
Nasty.
hey, and they said she came after like
She
hours,
came.
after work
But
hours.
she was still in the bubble. She never left the bubble.
No, she does leave the bubble. They said.
Free my nigga Daniel House.
They said she leaves the bubble. Listen, we all understand why Daniel House did it. It just wasn't the smartest move if you're all in on competing for a championship. Yeah, he was all in there.
Balls deep.
Daniel House was in the house. That's all I can say. He shot the Daniel House, man. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. But James Harden didn't seem too happy about that one.
James Harden.
I mean, this the man went to the strip club too. I mean, after another. Hey, wait. Is James Harden the worst closer in NBA history? Like, is he the worst clutch player in NBA history?
He's not number one. He's in the top 3.
Him and Paul George. They were talking about Paul George.
The reason why Paul George is
Somebody said
no, because we don't have the same.
Somebody said Melo.
He's not as talented.
What about Melo?
Melo's made it to the Western Conference.
Melo has made the most game-winning shot.
Sorry,
No, speak your shit. What would you say? But he made the most. I was interested in that stat. What'd you say?
I think from 2000, he has made some of the most game-winning shots than.
Oh man.
Shut up.
He's made some of the most game-winning.
Look it up. Google that nigga.
John Wall.
Woo.
Jonathan Wall.
Woo.
He just do his dance.
Hey, bro, what he do wrong?
He was okay. So John Wall got out there. For those who didn't know, John Wall he started blooding. Well, he's already been blooding. We've already seen speculated gang sign John Wall.
He was caught on some type of video, and he was in
Brooklyn.
He was in Brooklyn, and them Billies was like a 6 Treyway. I don't know what they was, but they was like, "Hey, what's up, John Wall?" It was like a Instagram, I guess.
You know them niggas get that good weed, get that good drink in them.
So he started stacking, started throwing up whatever he's throwing
I
up.
don't even think that was the bad part.
The camera sways.
He pulled out the red
And then he
rag.
come back, he said nigga pull up the red
He
rag.
pulled out a red rag out of his pocket and literally was like, "Hey y'all."
I'm
So y'all like the same person if y'all job, so y'all doing some dumb shit outside of work hours, then you should goddamn feel some type of way.
You should be smarter about putting your personal business on camera.
Well,
I'm not saying John Wall.
John Wall threw up some signs in there.
No,
He wasn't no weed around. He wasn't doing nothing. He looked high as hell, but it wasn't.
you work
nothing
for
that-
he's
you work for a
sponsored.
$1 billion business. You work for sponsors, $1 billion business. That's what I'm getting. You represent everything. Let's say that you have a sponsorship. A sponsorship that got to do with kids. Let's say you got a sponsorship to do with
How
kids.
y'all know them kids ain't gonna grow up and bang anyway?
You just being objective. I mean, you just trying not to be like you're not trying to make sense.
They gonna pull up the clip with John Wall speaking to kids, but y'all stay away from gangs.
Nigga, the same way that when
They
Gucci,
gonna flip that shit.
remember before Gucci went to jail and he went to go visit them kids, and that was a meme of him in that white ass t-shirt in the classroom teaching the
Oh, he
kids.
was doing whatever he had to do.
And niggas made it a joke because they was like, nigga, why would you put Gucci in front of your kids? He's putting himself in that position.
That's why he
Now,
apologized.
I mean, he apologized. It was
to.
kind of like some bullshit. Like, I mean, like,
He didn't really address anything. He just said,
yeah, I was
to.
irresponsible.
It was an irresponsible move, but
So what?
nigga, tell your friends to keep the camera down. Keep doing what you're doing.
I mean,
Just keep
of
the camera
course,
down.
what he
Because
did-
I don't think nothing he did was that big of a deal. I guess when you got
You don't think nothing that he did was that big of a deal, or you don't like? Do you understand that that is a big of a deal when you're a nigga that's getting paid by certain people?
corporate America.
Yeah, by corporations. You're getting paid. You don't have that type of
Millions
freedom.
of dollars.
Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have that leverage.
Certain images, your image matters. So if you align yourself with
And you ain't played in 2 years, bro. It's not
game.
even like you still playing. Like,
you're
think
still
about it.
Paid. Shit.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about if you're a player. Like, they'll give you more leeway if you a nigga that's out here playing. Like, niggas are saying, like, is you even worth the money right now? So it's already.
If you were to blow back, be like people
Yeah.
offended by that shit.
Yeah, it's like you already acting crazy.
They want.
But let's say
Is Karen gonna appreciate him throwing up that red rag?
fuck Karen.
All right, but Karen is the people who buy John Wall sneakers.
Man, look, all I'm saying is I'm looking at it as a nigga. Alright, like me and you, we having a good time on the weekend. Nigga just happen to catch some shit on camera, but I'm doing shit. As long as I do what I'm doing
Nothing
while I'm
illegal.
at work,
Nothing
there was nothing illegal.
But you're right, image.
But you know that's
I
not
get what y'all
You
saying
smarter than that,
from that point of view.
You say it shouldn't be as big a deal as it is.
It's like, all right.
I mean,
It's
It's not to certain communities.
is you willing not to take? Is you willing to basically lose what you got going on? Maybe other. Let me finish.
If you was in that
Other
position,
family
I'm-
members. You got other family members. You got people that count on you. You got it's not just about you. If it's just about you, then yeah. But you got people that count on you. You gotta understand. Also, I think like shout out to Sunny. She brought up a good point to me. Like it might just be that John Wall going through it. John Wall just lost his mom. Think about it, you lose your mom, you probably ain't played in 2 years.
And that's a whole other reason like
You
why.
come from a certain community,
But you don't know what I got going on in my personal life. Nigga, I'm just out here living.
but that's not. You still
Like
can't.
that's
do
the
that.
same thing as saying
You got people that depend on you
That
when
was
you
you
losing
in
money.
that position, making millions of dollars, and I seen you do that.
Nah,
I would curse
so,
you
so
out.
now I got a 24-hour job basically.
I would be like,
Any job, bro. Even before
you
basketball,
signed
bro.
up for that.
Why do you think that people get on Twitter and they'll the first thing they look for is your job when you do something wrong? Because you don't just represent you represent your job too.
See, that's why you gotta own your own shit. And I ain't gotta worry about nobody.
I mean, that's
Tell you what to
fine.
do.
But even with that, that's not necessarily all the time just the
Well,
greatest reason.
I mean, I
like
look,
you getting
I
a
get-
blowback, it's gonna hurt your business. So
I'm
is
not-
you
I'm
gonna
not
take care of
going
this
to
nigga?
get- I get what y'all saying from the bigger point of, from the corporate part of, but it's like, at the same time, you gotta look at it from the other side. Like, can I just be a human? Like, can
But
I just
that's
live
not-
my life?
I think-
I get why you
If
can't.
John Wall was out,
Or I get why
okay,
you
let's say
shouldn't.
let's say John Wall was out and he got caught cheating. People would like the corporate business wouldn't get involved in that type of shit. You know, he got caught cheating. He did something wrong. That's not our business, right? But when you start saying, like, say you're Gatorade and you sponsor him, this nigga's a blood.
Getting on camera in front of the whole world.
Let's just say that a white man is sponsoring him that owns the shares in owns a majority share
I'm
in
not representing that.
Gatorade. They're like, hey,
What?
first of all, he hasn't even played in 2 years.
Wait, what?
Second of all, like, so we're already paying him. We probably shouldn't be. He doesn't do anything on the court. Second of all, he literally put out the rag. He put a rag out.
That's what I'm saying. I understand the reasons of why it shouldn't have happened like
Mhm.
that, but I'm speaking back to if you're not at a basketball game, you're not at practice, you're not at a press conference, you're not doing nothing that's my job related. Why is it such a big deal? That's, as long as it's not affecting
I guess it's
my
just,
job. I get why. I get
Okay,
the reasons why everybody
let's
acts like
ask-
it's
okay,
like
let's go
To answer your question,
Go ahead.
it's basically, it doesn't matter. We're only speaking about the big deal.
and I know that. I'm saying
Other than that,
I
what the fuck you
I mean,
doing,
I know
bro?
how the system works, but
If you
my
own a
point is,
business, let's say you own a car wash, and
Money.
there's a nigga, like that's really what it is.
It's
You fuck
about
up
the
the
money.
money. So if it's a
It's
nigga
about
out
the
there,
money. That's
let's
why.
say the nigga down the block got accused for attempted murder, he bails out.
and you hang out with
You're working. No, you have him. He was working at your car wash, and you notice that the volume isn't as high because people realize, hey, that's the nigga from the car wash. Eventually,
That's
is you
why.
gonna keep spending money to employ this
Advertise
nigga
him.
and advertise
No.
your business?
And that's why I say I agree from that point. My whole thing is, why can't somebody be themselves outside of work?
Money.
Which
No,
is basically,
I'm
you basically.
I get that, but
basically
it's just
said-
that like if you take, we know that's the standard, that's what it is. But y'all don't think nobody should be able to be who they really are outside of work?
I mean, that's
That's
the
what-
truth. Yeah, but that's not the way it
I
works.
don't even
I
know
know
if I
that's
feel
not how it
all the
works.
way 100% about that. I feel you. I get that. I think that you should be able to, certain things, yes. But I think that there's also, you got to realize sometimes that there's certain things that you do that reflect other people, hurt other people than yourself. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. But
So that's why it's kind of like it takes your common sense. I feel like the problem I have with John Wall, what he did wasn't common sense. Like, you know, you can't be in the NBA and blooded. Literally, like I said, you might be able to get away with.
It was the rag that did it, bro.
But when you pulled out the rag,
It wouldn't have been a big deal.
And
And
then-
then, the rag.
and then they're like, yeah, we in Brooklyn, nigga, so automatically they're thinking, he's in the hood. Why are you there? Who knows, like, what are you doing there?
No mask.
No mask, no
He
social
is a
shirt
bubble.
off.
What do you want to do?
I'm just joking.
shirt off, nigga just nigging.
She nigga, it's the image. It's the
Hey
image.
man, for him it's the off season. He want to live his life.
It shouldn't matter,
It shouldn't matter.
but
I get that it will, but it should.
it shouldn't matter. I agree with you. It shouldn't matter.
I mean, I think I agree with that sentiment. I just got it. Sometimes I just feel like you know what it is, bro.
It's like
think
if fucking Kendrick Lamar said it's more of a culture thing. I'm not out here banging Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I got sponsorships. You see Snoop Dogg everywhere. Madden on TV.
It wasn't about the flag. It wasn't about
It just-
about the stacking. It was just the fact he was around a whole bunch of niggas and they knew they were gangbangers. So, his PR hit him probably that night. As soon as that shit dropped, hey, you need to apologize. I don't care how you do it, just do it.
Let's stick to basketball. Maya Moore. Well, let me see if I can find out the way that we found this out. Let me see if I can read it properly. Okay. I'm gonna read this little paragraph and then we'll continue on from it.
Shout out to Comical Visits.
WNBA star Maya Moore just dropped a bombshell. She married the man that she helped free from prison. Moore, considered one of the greatest WNBA players ever, actually she is the GOAT, has stepped away from the league in 2019 and 2020 to focus on justice issues, starting with freeing Jonathan Irons. Who is Jonathan Irons, guys?
Her husband.
40-year-old Irons was serving a 50-year prison sentence stemming from a 1998 burglary when she was 9 years old at the time.
How? Oh, he's 40?
He's 40, so how old was he in 98?
Come on.
He was 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 18, she was 9?
Okay.
Burglary and assault conviction in Missouri despite no real evidence proving his guilt. Irons was only 16. Oh, he was 16 at the time of the conviction.
Good shout out to man.
Yeah, because we can't count, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Gwinnett Education.
Yeah, shout out to Burton. Anyway, Moore says she met Irons when she was 18, going through a prison ministry program and grew close over the years while fighting for his freedom.
Spicy.
So,
Y'all niggas
let's start
crazy.
off
Y'all
with-
think,
What
y'all
we
think,
talking
y'all
about?
think a woman gonna quit her job and she ain't doing
Wait,
this
wait,
shit?
wait,
She
wait,
ain't doing
wait,
this shit for
wait.
a man she won't.
wait, say that,
Ain't no-
say that, say that,
Ain't no
say that,
woman
say that, say
gonna
that,
quit
say that.
her job to try to free a man unless that she want that to be her man or it's already her man. That's it.
Oh, okay. Quit her job.
Quit.
Okay.
I ain't saying
No.
I'm not saying help.
Let's
I'm saying
clarify this.
quit.
This is what I'm trying to say, because I knew he was the one. Let's clarify this first. A woman is not going to quit. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
She's not going to quit that job
To save.
to save a nigga in jail. Or she's not supposed to.
She's not going
This is
to.
one-
She's not supposed to.
I don't even know the details. Like
But it says that they've obviously gained a bond.
I just want to know how it like
Before
was
When
it
she was working on it in the off season and when she
or like
could.
that just what?
Facts. They said she must be 18. Facts are cap. Does it feel the same way now, like that Maya Moore, she does criminal justice, she's such a
Piggyback what you saying. She don't get enough credit. And all these people talking about social justice. She should be the front line. She should be
Yeah.
the hero.
when
She just trying to say her man.
she was trying to get some dick. She was really trying to fit a dick.
Hey,
Allegedly.
do we know when they got married? Cause shit, she could have been.
Sarah, July, like he got on July 1st, a couple days after that.
Oh, I was about to say I thought they had a conjugal visit and shit.
So yeah, basically, if you seen the second episode of this podcast, that's when they was getting married.
I don't know how I feel about it because it was like I was like, bro, she was dope. Social justice. In my back of my mind, it never clicked. I never thought this. I was just like, she is going hard for one nigga, right? Like, what does this do that's so hard?
She was waiting on him to do something. That's what it was.
Bruh, that is kind of strange. I ain't even gonna lie.
See that strange? Nigga, the story tell itself.
I mean, I'm saying when I say it's strange, I'm not saying that it's strange like we haven't seen it. Like we see a lot of pen pals in this motherfucker. I just never seen nobody quit the NBA to do that. Now that lets me know it could very well be what they saying, and if it is, then I respect that. Like maybe they just did because they spent a lot of time together.
And then they fell.
You know that is possible. So
If you put your heart into something, and I'm sure she was putting in 10 to 12 hour days every day to do whatever she had to do.
she
to get
quit.
you out.
She was the highest paid female athlete.
So you telling me she doing all that? Eventually, a connection is gonna form. It didn't start. It probably didn't start off as a as a anything more
Romantic.
Yeah, but shit, once you got a male and a female and they that close, and I'm
I don't
trying
see
to
anything wrong
save
with
you, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Like nothing
No.
wrong is strong.
It ain't like she
Anything-
quit in the middle of the year.
Anything
I think I already
any
said
cons?
what I thought was weird. Like I said, I think just the thing is you have to answer questions now.
Yeah.
Why?
You have to tell us because
I'm just
the
curious.
thing would be, are you doing this for your own
You try to free the man you
selfish
love,
reason, or are you doing this because you just care about black
It
men?
started-
You just care about people and
It
injustice.
probably
period.
started as
That's
people.
it.
When she fell in love with
And
that
whatever
person.
she says, you don't necessarily owe us anything after that. After you answer it, you don't owe people explanation.
She didn't
after
know
that.
this man at first.
She
And so
didn't
it
know
started. It started as just trying to, hey,
Right, maybe she. Where was the bank robber at? Maybe she was there.
It's I don't know. It was no.
She was choosing back.
It's sad when he was around 16, bro. When he was 16 in what 1980, 96,
Rob
she
you,
was
man.
probably 7, 8 years old, bro. So she wasn't there. She don't care. She was chilling. But shout out to Maya Moore. I hope everything goes together. You know. Speaking of marriages, what y'all feel about the Offset Cardi shit?
hope they work it out. Whatever they need to work out to separate or however it go, just work it out. Keep it private.
It came to Atlanta divorce court today, I guess. That they were getting.
It's
A divorce.
a little sad to me because I know it was like, damn, Offset did all that public, public pleading, public apologies,
Yeah.
and it seemed like they were working.
They
together
both were humiliated in the
in this
situation.
situation, and it seems like they were public figures working strong together, new daughter. So it's just sad to see black marriage fall apart. Nobody wants to see that. Other than that, it's a lot of people speculating about the whys and the whats.
Yeah, I see a lot of women speculating that he cheated, and you don't know what happened.
Yeah,
You don't know what
You
happened.
don't know what happened. So praying for them.
Yeah,
Hopefully they
I
don't
mean,
get nasty.
Yeah,
Divorce.
that's it. Whatever happened, happened. Just,
Yeah, I feel like you ain't even-
just keep that shit down.
you ain't say nothing that I don't disagree with. I think that is, I agree with the whole thing. Like, yo, just there's nothing to say. We don't know why it happened.
And one North nigga get married, and one North nigga get divorced. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. So I hope everything. I hope it all works out. You know, hopefully they don't even get divorced. Hopefully they can find a way to work it out. That's how I feel. Unless
Whatever.
it is best for them.
Yeah, it was
To not be
They got
together,
and
you
they
know?
could be just cool, cordial
Yeah. So
friends.
we'll see. Kanye West.
Yeezy.
Kanye West. He probably tweeting right
That's
now.
your boy.
So
That's the goat.
he probably tweeting right now. So we might be missing time. Like by the time y'all hear this, if it's something else that just happened, just know we trying to keep up.
Tweeted a lot.
But this nigga's been tweeting crazy. Now, me as a Kanye critic, I will say a lot of the times he says a lot of stupid shit. And even if it's not a lot of stupid shit, he might necessarily just say the wrong thing to distract us from the message. You know what I'm saying? So I will say though, it's pretty kind of clear and cut what he's been talking about right now. Whole I'm Moses, I'm the new Moses. Like I don't get his comparison game, but like he's been online basically
Black
for
ownership.
yeah, just disputing black ownership. He's taking a stand. He's doing things that could potentially blackball him, which I think at this point it's kind of hard to blackball Kanye. So that's why a lot of people, and that's why the media does shit to me where they be like, they make you look crazy. But I think what he is saying right now, I think a lot of this shit is the truth. What you think about it? Like I think what he's saying is,
I didn't catch every tweet.
of
I don't
course.
always like his approach with the message.
Yeah.
I was trying to. I'm down with it, of course. Who's not with the music industry? I think he said somebody was worth like, damn, I forgot the example he used, but
He said,
somebody was worth.
he said like an owner, not an owner. Hold on, I don't got it. But he compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, and it was like Michael worth $1-something billion, this dude worth $40-something billion. It's
He
like
never jumped from the free throw
never
line.
did. Even though his face is like, why is he?
I didn't
worth
like
money?
that either though.
Either way, it just give you a comparison of like who's the reason for making all this money,
Yeah.
and then you can
But
debate
I
that.
think that you could say, even in that instance, right? If we use that example where I think he was wrong, yes, Michael Jordan brought value to that to everything. You know, we know who Michael Jordan is, but at the same time, it's a nigga who's paying Michael Jordan. It's a nigga who came out his pocket to buy this organization. Like, we're not gonna act like this don't work now. Do we think that he deserves more? Yes, probably.
I think that's the.
But don't say you
that's the
never.
start of it.
But don't say, you can't really say shit like you never jumped from the free throw line, blah, 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 because it's proven. Even if you look at now, like with the Knicks, like there's gonna be sold out games. They're still gonna be billionaires. They're still making profit, and you're gonna be.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be good. You feel me? So that's my thing about it. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes you can take an angle, but you gotta understand the other angle too. That's how business works. You gotta
that's what I love
understand.
about the conversation. But
Yeah.
in general, this music industry, like every other industry, is just not fair deals. Like and people, they took advantage of people coming from and exploitation. Like it's kind of like if a man exploits a child, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, well, did he give him a fair deal? Well, the child, like, you know what I'm saying? It just got used a little bit more.
You went way to the other side when you said
So
that shit.
I'm
I'm not
I
talking
get
about.
what you saying though.
I don't even talk about anything sexual. It could be just a deal.
So look, I was listening to this financial podcast today.
Oh, shout out to Financial Podcast.
I don't know if that's not the name of it. I'll let y'all know at the end of the podcast. But what I was listening to, one of the dudes said some shit that really made some sense. He was like, basically, why do rich people feel like they're in a position of like competition, or like a nigga gonna take theirs from them if they don't? And that's why they don't like, you know, explaining to other people how they got rich or how to make money or certain tips, right? And he said an analogy like, if you're a lion, right? Let's say that you're like the king of the jungle, like the lion is like the highest person on the food scale, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell the gazelle or like the hyena or anything like how to escape from me, correct? Because you're gonna go tell the next person. And then what's the end result for you?
You ain't gonna be.
You don't know how to eat.
Stand out.
You don't know how to eat.
Yeah.
So that's how rich people look at it. Like, if I tell, that's why he said like, if you see motherfuckers having seminars where it's like, you gotta pay $900 just to get in this seminar. Then to talk to the nigga in this seminar, you need to give me $1,000 for an extra 30 minutes, this much, because people is trying to stay rich. You know what I'm saying? And what's the food? What's the prey?
Yeah.
Poor people.
Yeah.
So
It's the hustle.
yeah, when he said it, I was like, that's a good point, and I really feel like that's.
It's a deep
Kinda what it
conversation.
is,
It's
yeah.
like everybody, if everybody owns something, who's the worker?
Yeah. Somebody got to
Somebody
work.
got to be the worker.
Yeah, somebody got to work.
Somebody got to be the person that front the money.
And that's what it seemed like. Really, that's kind of what the issue is right now. So, one thing, we started with Kanye. I think that's I think Kanye and everybody brings great points. I think everybody wants to be, you know, have ownership, be independent, have their own financial freedom. I'm just not sure if the music game, as far as I don't think the music game is for everybody, unfortunately. I don't think the game, period, is for everybody. Some people have to take what they can get. Some people have the leverage to where they can put up a fight.
It's all about where your pocket's at. What you
What's
can
your worth?
and what you can't do.
Yeah, you gotta know your
If you got the time to just go straight independent, and you know you don't want to go through all the other bullshit and other people's hands in your pocket, then shit. It may take longer to get there, but you're going at the end of the day, it's yours.
And with
Sound
that,
like how guilty is the people? The information is out there. We giving you that advance. We tell you the contract. Read it. How guilty am I for playing the game?
and that's why we can't get on the same page, because there's some people who do just appreciate getting a check from the labels, and it's also people who know and experience like, nigga, this ain't it. This ain't how I'm supposed to do it. And I don't know. And I think another question you would ask about Kanye coming into it is like, Kanye, you've been in the game long enough to already know this. So are you just doing this because usually you speak out when it's time to promote another album? Or are you just saying this because you really do generally care about it? I think that's a lot of people who, with him, because we know that he doesn't say shit until it's time to promote an album. So,
Or jumping on the bandwagon.
yeah, or sell some shit. Like, yeah, or jumping on a bandwagon. So, I think when you're not as much of a trustworthy person, it kind of make it worse. So, I don't know, man. Shout out to Kanye. I hope everything he's saying is for the right reason. I hope it works
That's
out.
so deep because it's like we're not gonna get on the whole Joe Budden Charlemagne argument. Sound like how much of this you fighting the fight? How much is a personal gain?
Yeah.
How much of it's just bigging yourself up? You see the position you know how you have your fan base.
Facts.
So it's like anybody in social justice is like who do we deem our leaders to speak? How we trust them? It's like.
I think with that Charlamagne Joe Budden thing, I think my biggest standpoint from that is that they both, because at this point, both of them are like replying to replies.
Yeah.
So at this point, it sounds to me like y'all are just kind of just seeing who dick bigger. At this point, like it's ego. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just ego. Y'all are in competition with each other. Y'all both trying to act like y'all friends for the public when y'all really don't like each other.
Man, it's just two different views, two different points.
But it's a good conversation,
Yeah.
and they taking it personal.
Yeah.
Because they probably have sat in a room like this and had these conversations back and forth.
We didn't see that
And-
publicly.
No, I'm saying
I think
like,
it'd be better for.
I don't think it happened. I don't think they sat in the rooms with each other. I think that is the problem. I don't think that is the. I think that
They
is
need
the
to be sitting
problem.
more.
They probably should. You brought up an idea earlier. What's your idea? You think?
All of them sit in the room, have that conversation because they're
Who is all of them?
Joe Budden, Charlemagne, Andrew Schultz, fucking Nori,
Okay, Nori.
Gilly.
Gilly.
All of them sit there and
All the big black podcasts.
all the big black guys sit there and explain, and then Joe Budden said, "Listen, if y'all in this for this, fine. I'm in this for a bigger picture, a bigger point." Somebody can say, DJ Academics can be in the room and say, "Well, if that's the case, then why did you stop me from doing this?"
Yeah.
And now you have to answer for that.
Yeah.
So it's not tick for tack. Because if they're on the phone or sitting in the room having a good conversation, and then they go in public and throw shade to each other, that's corny.
Because it sounds like they all done been shady to each other. They all done blocked deals. They all done goddamn done shit that.
And I think it's
pretty shady.
It's just honesty in that point. It would be helpful. Okay, this is going to happen on your way to the top.
And that's why, okay, so you know, like Joe Budden and Charlamagne have done mashups with their podcasts during the years, a couple of them.
Couple of them. Yeah.
So I think my issue
He
with
said he hired him for the year-end review.
He
And
did.
then Charlamagne's gonna come back and say, well, technically I did it. It's gonna go back and forth.
yeah, like when a nigga say I hired you, you don't know what that means. And they could have told his company. He could have told his company.
50 said he hired T.I. And what T.I. said?
Yeah,
It's partnership.
yeah, like
I'm
that's
the
what I'm saying.
executive.
But if he got 60 and the other one got 40,
But you might be
Still
the
partnership.
founders. That still could be a partnership.
They ain't hired.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why I don't think. That's why I was like, okay, Joe Budden argues like 50-50.
And when we
Charlamagne
see-
saying,
And when we see, not to cut you off, when we see Joe Budden and Charlamagne together, their energy different.
and that's my whole. That's another issue, and that's especially with Joe.
He all
Joe is never the same nigga. With anybody.
Charlie's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
He'll defend himself. It's not at. Nah, he's kind of the same.
I think Charlamagne with people like he knows who to do it with, especially like Joe Budden. Joe Budden's not like Joe Budden isn't necessarily a nigga that's gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know you're in competition with him, you're willing to go there with him.
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything. This is gonna be war words.
Yeah. And that's all it was. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it like, alright, it's getting to the point now where these niggas is just dick pulling. Like,
And I feel like it messes the message that was really important.
yeah, like is y'all trying to have more freedom with black people, or is y'all basically
Or
trying
just
to
at war with each other.
war with each other? And I think that's really what it is. So I don't know, man. Shout out to them. Irv Gotti. This will bring a little side into the argument. So I seen Irv Gotti. He did an interview, and they brought up a conversation something about like 50 him blackballing 50, or he brought up a point that he tried his best.
He was blackballing 50 because that's what 50 couldn't get no deal.
Yeah, he said he was blackballing 50, and that
So much
it ended up pushing him
to Dr. Dre and
to Dre M, which made him
the biggest.
the biggest rapper out. So I think my thing is kind of like, would you say that's like a separate incident, or do you feel like black people blackball other black people too?
It happens. It happens all the time.
But
It's just that one there. He was able to say years later, his plan back.
His millions, like he probably would have never admitted that if he was probably not financially straight. Do you think so?
I mean, he seemed like he more grown up at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it's just like at this point, it's just like, yo, I don't think it had nothing to do with money.
Me too. I
It
think
was just like, hey, y'all
No,
know
what
what?
I'm saying is, do
That
you
move
think
failed.
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, let's say that Irv Gotti's broke,
Mhm.
right? Do you think he would admit that? That's what I'm asking you. Do you think he admits that? Or do you think that he has to be in some kind of comfortability to admit something like
I don't
that?
know.
What do you think?
Irv, I don't know Irv.
What if his financials come
I don't-
to this
I don't-
argument? That's why I was.
As an L.
No,
like, if
this
he was
is
down
just
and out, he
more
would
me.
be an L.
This is more so me and my curiosity. What I'm asking. So what I'm asking
I
is,
don't know. That's hard to answer.
do you think that he would have said that if he was necessarily broke, or how do you think that answer what he said differs from your financial stability?
I don't think it would because I don't think he's relevant right now. And I
Yeah.
know broke and relevant ain't necessarily.
He didn't have
Equal,
he didn't have nothing to gain or lose
saying
from
that.
saying that.
That's why I don't think finance
Yeah.
matters much.
No, I agree with y'all. I just
Yeah. In that case,
about it.
I'm
You've
thinking
been listening to a lot of financial stuff and you just
I'm trying to, and then trying to get my shit
Yeah,
right.
that's
You know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
will say is that, as an example, like you can get blocked for
Yeah.
years, down and out for years, and it's literally blocking to your blessing.
And I
Yeah.
think that right there, we go back to the Joe Budden thing. I think that was my only issue with how he handled the situation. I didn't like the fact that you still owe Spotify 7 episodes. You still have ties to them. You still owe them. Whatever business venture y'all had, you didn't fuck with it. I feel like you was able to make it to the 7th episode left. You was able to make it through all of it. And whatever you did after that, you can speak freely on whatever you want. And I hope that's what it is. I hope that maybe he already constructed a deal.
That's what look, I didn't want to cut you off, but
But-
this is my theory on it. He seemed too calculated to not already have the next move in play to do that. He knows if Spotify, and he said it a while ago, that if Spotify like canceled their deal, just got mad in the middle of it, they gonna make more money for them canceling them versus
Or
them.
The only reason I
Or-
can say,
or-
go ahead.
calculated, it's all about leverage. I'm doing all. What are we doing now?
He's
Last
letting the
episode.
business. He's letting other businesses know I'm a free agent.
I'm free agent. It's all about leverage at this point. It's smear camp, whatever it is, it's
Okay,
calculated.
So let me ask you this.
It's calculated. It's not unintentional that it's intentional that he's doing it the way he
I
is.
think that so let's say this. Let's say, dude, what if he just came out and said, "Hey, I'm a free agent after 7 episodes. What's up?"
Would it be
You think
a
it'll be
story
different?
decision now?
I think the reason. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, I think where he might have affected himself.
Black
Now it's a smear campaign. 7 episodes is a lot of episodes before, you to come out and say that. So my thing is, so you could come out and be like, you know what, I'm leaving. This is how they treat me. Blah 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 blah. And as you see,
I agree. The
they
timing.
a smear campaign has started out of nowhere on him. So it could be a thing where it's like, nigga, you might have started talking a little too early.
That's possible.
I don't think that had to do with that.
Nah.
And I only say that because the money and everything they did with Joe Budden, nigga, they got Joe Rogan now, so it don't even matter. Everybody got what they wanted from the deal.
I think bad publicity matters. Like he's smearing them, talking about they're racist. Not saying specifically saying racist. We know they do bad business. They don't give people their worth. So if I'm hearing that, how they do bad business,
I guess,
you don't want to be.
But from all of that, it just sounds like bad business on the renegotiation, not the main deal. That wasn't even a big issue.
That might be the truth, but somebody might take it a different way. I think both of y'all right. I think it's calculated either way. It's,
Of course.
It's alright.
He's not
I'm
gonna do
negotiating.
Even if he just
It's
puts the shit
certain
on
risk that
YouTube.
comes.
Do you know how much money they gonna just get off the YouTube if everybody subscribe on YouTube and just the regular monetized?
But it's still certain risks. You don't know what that dog shit could have did. It's certain risks you take when you.
So you think that had to do with Spotify?
You know my theory.
We ain't gotta go too deep into that, man. I just was asking.
I can say it out, or is
Yeah, I already said
you think
it.
Charlamagne?
Yeah, it's all Charlamagne. Hell yeah.
Why you think?
Hey, y'all listen.
Because he came at Charlamagne and he's coming at Charlamagne hard. They both come at each other hard. But Charlamagne, he came at Charlamagne basically called Charlamagne a coon. And Charlamagne, I think, is about perception more than Joe. Joe's been used to being made fun of and being like the joke. Charlamagne has kind of separated himself more of a serious role, more of an entrepreneurial role, more of a black figurehead. And I think he's petty. I do. That's just me personally. I think he's petty. And Joe alluded to it. He alluded to it.
I don't agree with that, but we ain't gonna sit here and argue about it. But I think
Can't
that,
prove it.
yeah, we can't prove it. It ain't even worth going back.
Nah,
I think also
I'm
that-
surprised.
Yeah, I think with both of them, I think both of them just do underlying shit.
And they're human, bro. Both of them make
Yeah.
mistakes.
And like I said, and the thing
both
is
of
too,
them
when you
make
work in the
mistakes.
industry, you work with the same women, you work with the same people, so ain't no telling what's going on behind the scenes with that shit. Like,
I don't believe it was.
the fans probably shouldn't even get involved with that shit just for the fact that we don't know what's really going
The
on.
whole thing with they situation, it should be them two going back and forth. Like everybody else,
No.
just stay out of it.
Why you say that?
That's just how I feel. Whether one side says something first and the other,
It's news.
leave it between them two and let them two.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So the way it even started is like Joe Budden put it out there 7 episodes early. Hey, you
I
won't catch us, right? You ain't gonna catch us on Spotify no more. It's Charlamagne's job as a news outlet.
I didn't say those should be the two, because I'm talking about when they keep going taking the shots back and forth. Like let them two like.
Charlamagne, I mean, Andrew Schultz is Charlamagne man.
This is all gonna. Like this is gonna turn it out. Especially if see the thing about this, Joe Budden right now.
You
Listen,
can't say it don't involve more than
listen. Somebody
Black
could-
Effect podcast. Look over people on there.
Listen.
I think they said 85 South Show. Like it involves.
Somebody right now could show Joe Budden this episode of our podcast, and we're a low up and coming, never say nothing to us, right? But when it's somebody who
Like
he's
Andrew
rivaled or
And he says that
somebody
on the
who
podcast.
word means something, he's gonna say something, and that's just what it is.
All I said is these two need to be ones throwing jabs at each other.
I don't know, bro.
That's easy
That's
to
just a
say.
personal opinion.
Cool,
I ain't
yeah.
saying like, let these niggas have it out. And y'all make sure if you niggas ain't the main person that's negotiated deals, nigga, chill, make sure you
But
get
Joe,
your
but alright,
I got one more before we go to our what's the scenario.
here we go, yo.
LA Sheriff Alex Villanueva challenges Black Lives Matter supporter LeBron James to match the $175,000 reward for the gunman who tried to assassinate 2 of his deputies in a Compton ambush.
the fuck out of it. Hey, that's the cap nigga of the week. We got a new segment, I'm about to tell you that. Now, every week
Nigga
it
of the
might not be a cap nigga, but this right here, this sheriff, what's his name?
Alex Villanueva.
Cap nigga of
Cap
the
nigga of the
week.
week.
Alexander!
Just remember,
You're an
13th
idiot.
episode and on, we're gonna try to find us a cap nigga of the week. And this is him.
So he said LeBron needs to speak up about this.
No, nobody needs
Yes.
to tell me what to do with fuck my money.
Hold on, I'll give you more of an explanation. This is what the paragraph
I'm gonna
has.
be impartial, so I just need to hear it.
On Monday, Alex Villanueva, sheriff of LA County, appealed to the LA Lakers basketball star and outspoken activist in support of Black Lives Matter to match reward money. The LA Board of Supervisors offered $100,000 and an additional $75,000 was donated by 2 private individuals. This challenge is to LeBron James. I want you to match and double the reward, Villanueva said, speaking on KABC radio on the John Phillips Show.
And my statement is, Why you ain't asked me to do that for Tyrone down the street last week? They got killed. We looking for his person. There's some award out there. Well, you don't go the fuck on with your cap ass. Cap nigga of the week. I ain't saying nothing
Yeah,
else.
I thought that shit sounded crazy. I ain't gonna lie, Alex Villanueva, because my
There's
whole
so
thing
many
is,
other situations they could have stepped in and said something.
My thing is how many, and this isn't even just to speak on the LA County
This could be black
Police
people,
Department.
white people.
How
It could be
many-
I heard that
anybody.
they're majority black. By the way.
How many people on the LA Police Department have had wrongful death lawsuits?
Probably.
And have lost
That shit was crazy.
And how many of y'all, like, and I know that this don't got nothing to do with the LA, but Breonna Taylor, these people just got 12 million, right? How many of y'all is gonna match that? Nah, but all of a sudden we take, first of all, we paying y'all to begin with. Our taxes pay y'all. So now we gotta pay y'all some more?
Nigga, that shit wasn't nothing but a tax write-off.
Yeah, so it's like,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really catch all of it, but I'm gonna follow y'all. Say catch.
no, he's definitely the cap nigga of the week. That shit sounded crazy to me. I don't
What's your
understand
opinion,
it.
though?
I didn't really like. He's saying LeBron, two police died. So where is that same energy for the police? Is that what
They
he's
never
saying?
asked him to put up no.
He
extra
asked him to
reward
match the money.
Match the
Basically
money.
saying, "Hey, match the money. What's up? We putting up the money. You're the guy in
'Cause
LA."
LeBron,
Because it's one of their people now.
Because
Now they want
LeBron-
them to help.
Exactly. That's how. I
Now,
look at
if it was a civilian, a black male civilian,
and they said this is the same. Shannon Sharp came out and said this is the same county sheriff who, when the police put out pictures of Kobe's death, and they weren't supposed to, instead of him owning up to it, he covered up for them.
oh fucking that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like nigga.
We bring Kobe up.
Yeah, that was alright, bro.
I mean,
You lost your accountability.
Shit,
Like,
where we at, Jeff?
hey, what's the scenario? Hey, remember, we breaking these down into segments too, so like my boy B said, break it down for him.
Shit, man, your first 15-minute break, go ahead, watch that. What's the scenario? You know, you go back
Your
to
next
before
15
cover out your next 15. Not actually, because
Go to lunch after.
Fast and Cap, we gonna be on lunch break. Man, you got there and watch that
Way
shit
home.
on the way home? Boy, cut that shit over while you in traffic.
that's a fact.
Hey man,
Cook your dinner and cut the other half of it on.
so we got 4 what's the scenarios, man. I think we gonna spend a good time on this, man. I got some
I'm
good
gonna start by
questions.
saying I ain't heard none of the questions. I wasn't no pre-production. I wasn't no
Where do you be at in these pre-production meetings? Man? That's
Work.
That's what the people need to know.
I was working, man. I was working. I had business deals. I'm trying to get us to the next level.
Well, shouts out to them ads.
Yeah,
Joe
give us
Budden,
some
where the ads
ads.
at, man?
Hey,
Hey.
Joe, I ain't like you. I'll take any ad. What y'all want me to do?
Time out. Let's
I'm
seriously say
joking.
this.
I'm joking.
If y'all got a business right now, I ain't even talking to niggas about this, but we'll give you a great little rate for our ads. Let's say we filling in 2 ads for the next episode. Y'all got a business, y'all got something going on, you cut hair, whatever business y'all got going on, holla at us, man. We'll work out with
You
you.
better holler at us early.
Yeah, so we'll work it out with y'all. So what y'all think about
Price
that?
is
I think it's a good
gonna go
idea.
up. Nah, I was gonna talk to y'all about that, but I missed
Yeah.
pre-production.
I mean, you know, that's how we doing it. So
How the fuck
shout out
I
to
missed that shit
Butterman
in my own
Cakes.
house?
Shout out to Butterman Cakes.
Our first and only.
That's our first one. So shout out to Butterman
Hey,
Cakes.
it's a few of y'all that hit me up early, and I just ain't got back to you. I'm gonna hit y'all.
Hey, he making an excuse, y'all. He seen y'all.
Nah, it's just we hadn't had that conversation yet. We ain't had that conversation yet, so there's a couple of them out there. We gonna
Just know
we
you
gonna
gotta
work
pay.
with you.
But we gonna work with you.
Hey, Butterman gave us a cake. What you got for us?
Hey man, so what's the scenario, right? Y'all ready?
Sure.
So you meet a girl at your friend's wedding. She's stunning. She's a bridesmaid. I'm talking about long hair. She a stallion.
Mhm.
Been there before.
Y'all hitting it off like, damn, we the same sign. Like this all, you know what I'm saying? Like we meshing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all meet up a couple days after the wedding, and she's just, you know, like real tomboyish or whatever. You don't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just meeting up. So y'all get to talking or whatever, and she says that she usually dates women, but she likes you.
My guy.
Most of the time she's dressed like, you know, let's just keep it real, like a man.
Okay.
And she doesn't look like how you met her at the wedding. She says, that's not my normal look. This is my normal look.
Okay.
Do y'all continue to date her?
Can we get like
Young and May.
Example.
Young and May. She don't have to be as like flashy as Young and May, but let's just say I keep my hair braided. I dress like a man. I keep a jersey. I keep some J's on my feet. I don't necessarily have to have a grill. I don't have to,
And then how does she look at the wedding?
Like say that you meet her, and even this time, the first time you meet her,
Let me ask a question.
let's say that she looks like she has on just like some athletic gear. You know
So
what I'm
we saying if I seen Sesame at a wedding and then I seen her out
No.
the streets,
No, not Sesame.
shout out to Ses. You're gonna be back soon.
I feel like with Sesame, you can kind of.
I mean, I'm just
Tell
going by the
you can tell who
outfit. I'm going by
Sesame
the
is.
outfit you
Yeah,
said.
but you can tell who Sesame is, right? So my thing I would think about is like, what I'm saying is when I say Young and May, right? Like when you see her, it's like just a complete turn. So you see her, think about it. The first time you see her at a wedding, you dolled up. She's dolled up. The second time you see her, you're like,
What's
whoa.
the next part of the question?
She just said, I like women most of the time.
I'm gonna go and answer.
She like women.
I'm not gonna pursue it. I'm probably just try to smash.
Okay.
And then if I can't, I'm gonna let it ride. Just because I was initially attracted to you dressed this way, thinking you look this way, but then if I'm not to deal with you looking this way all the time, I'm not gonna find that attractive.
Yeah.
So, and then you already say you fuck with girls. It's another like a red flag in me. So I'm just like, alright. You used to having a strap on. I'm not trying to deal with the glitzy and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, there's a lot to go into that. I'm just like, is this worth it? Like, you just keep the number, but I don't pursue it.
Okay, what about you?
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask y'all nigga a question. Have y'all ever been a girl's first?
Have we ever what?
Been a girl's first? Like the first?
You ever broke your virginity?
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Alright, hold on.
Honest to God, true.
Bro, you can't do
Allegedly.
shit like that.
Allegedly. My bad. man.
Camera, bro.
Hey, allegedly. Allegedly.
Alright, so you did
Allegedly.
that, right?
Allegedly.
Have y'all ever been a girl? But have y'all ever been a girl's last nigga she ever fucked?
I know. Oh, that's a good.
No.
I know a nigga who has.
No, I haven't.
I thought I know of.
Alright, my whole thing is, have y'all ever fucked with a girl,
I'm trying to follow you, dog.
right? And then years later, after you, she had a few niggas after you, and then she became a stud.
Nah.
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay.
Did too long.
No, I'm saying, nigga, you're done. You treat her like shit.
I'm
It ain't
talking
even-
shit.
I get what you're saying.
No, no, I haven't.
That's why I said to make sure you're not the last
Oh,
one.
he said these.
So the whole point is,
Guilty.
she might be in that transition stage and she's still a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you step in.
So, not confusing up.
Yeah, not the confusion now. You saw what she could look like when she dressed up like a female. Maybe she don't, at this point, if she willing to put on heels and makeup, she might be willing to take them chucks and that goddamn flannel shirt off.
It's all about dick confidence at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sex game. You trying to
Nah,
not
but my
not-
whole
not
thing, I don't
split
see,
out
if I saw that, I'm
No
like,
more.
oh, okay, cool. We ain't, alright, we gonna kick it in the street. Like, I'm like, hey, you come back to the crib. Hey, yo, if you don't take them goddamn chucks and that flannel off.
That's not.
goddamn-
You changing it. You changing it.
No, but I'm saying,
You're saying you're going to work at it on the low and privately, but publicly,
what's the question?
would you publicly pursue that as your girl?
Publicly pursue it. Alright, yeah, that first day we can kick it. Be like, hey, when we get back in this phone, hey, tonight, can you wear this?
It just takes one day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Back when I was in the game, it only took, it didn't take long. But y'all ain't never met nobody at a wedding and then fuck with them right after either, have you?
My thing is this. The question is, she's already taught the girls. She said that.
I
She
like
only
girls
dressed like
too.
that. She only dressed like that for the wedding, right? But she's already doing that. She said she like you, so she'll entertain you. But she's still dressing like Young and May. So you say after the first date, the same thing you did when the girl changed her hair, you put the wig on. You think she gonna be all with
She
it?
can alright, she can start with the, alright, from this, I'm letting my hair down today. Alright, now I'm gonna change my pants. Let me put on something a little bit tight. You gotta
In the
ease your way to
meantime,
that.
she's me and my nigga Brandon. Come here, babe. And we seen that on the ground.
Shit, we might be smashing these hoes together. Shit, ain't no problem with me.
You just a wild boy, though.
You think it,
Yeah,
you
just
couldn't do it? You couldn't do it?
What would you do?
That's probably dead. Just cause it's the beginning of the relationship too,
It's
like
not a relationship. I just getting to know you.
y'all hit it off, y'all meet up a couple days after the wedding, and she's dressed like a tomboy. She says she usually dates women. That's what I'm saying. Like it's easy to get out of that. Get yourself out of the situation before something you don't like. That's what I'm saying. Like it's too easy. Like
She said usually she
bro.
like women, but I'm
and that's what
change it up.
So who's to know? Like when are you gonna be tired of me?
You're not gonna know until you try.
Said dick confidence, man.
Listen,
If you saw what she
dick
looked like
can
in
get
that,
you. Listen,
but no,
I
I'm
can
saying-
take you down.
it ain't got nothing to
I'll
do.
feel you.
I'm saying if you see her how she looked up, dolled up, and then she's like, oh, I'm willing to give a nigga.
I told you, I have her
Sometimes
number. I have her
it
number.
depends on how good she look. Cause if she look that good in the dress, hey, baby, we gonna work you out.
I've seen a girl who looked good in real life, and I was like, damn. But then she dressed tomboyish, and it was just like, she became.
And it's a lot.
Diet.
It's a lot of niggas that we don't realize. It's a lot of niggas out here, and I learned that, especially like when Young and Man shit came out. It's a lot of niggas who will fuck bitches that look like
There's
niggas.
also a lot of niggas that's gay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like when you see like you ever seen a girl, you're like, this is a nigga.
Yeah,
But we all have met niggas that be like, ah, hit.
yeah, and
And we'll be like, to the point we're like, nigga, that's weird.
it's kind of weird. Like you,
Like,
that's
that's
your
your
girl stuff, but she's giving you nigga vibes.
I get all that.
She's
Only
giving you the
difference- only
game.
difference-
Jump.
No.
She's saying like the only reason I even looked at like what I looked like when you met me is because I like women. This is what I really look like all the time.
Alright,
Right,
so-
and the only benefit of that I'm giving is like, yo, but you changing my mind. Let's see what you about.
Can't change my mind because I could think of how pretty at the prettiest how you look, but I know that this is what you
That's
want
what
me
you.
to do.
And if you know what's gonna be like that, then you gotta know if you can, persuade that mind to go live.
I ain't never really.
We on the podcast. Hold on, what's me? We on the podcast. What's up? What's
I
up,
was gonna do
baby?
this shit. We live.
Hold on. Callie, what you doing?
Nothing.
Say subscribe to my daddy channel.
Sky, my dirty channel.
Hey.
Say facts and cap podcast. Say facts.
Think so.
You don't think so? Alright, what you want? What daddy gotta stop and get you? Cause I know what you calling about.
I want ice cream, Daddy.
It's ice cream in the freezer right now.
Man, she don't want that ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's 2 ice creams in the freezer right now.
Yeah, get that girl the ice cream she want.
Ice cream.
Okay, mommy, Jasmine, go get the chop.
Don't call you, okay?
She knows she live, right?
We know.
Goodbye.
We know who run the tone over there.
First of all, you can't ever change a woman tone. Like you just gotta let her
What's
do
the
what you gotta
scenario?
do.
You doing a podcast and that's
Hey,
that should be a
listen.
drop. Subscribe to my day channel.
Yeah, we gonna work on that.
Yeah, drops coming soon.
Chris, your punk ass, fine, record that shit. Yeah. Anyway, y'all ready for another one?
God damn. Hey, we need him. Hey, when we get this deal, I don't care if we
Fuck that nigga. Charmaine.
Record that shit.
Alright,
cut it out.
you're at a get together with your girlfriend
Uh-huh.
and you meet her friends for the first time.
Fine ass friend.
When she introduces you as her friend. This is your girlfriend now.
Does the scenario dictate how long we going out?
Let's say a month. She been your girlfriend for a month. You never met her friends. Y'all
Okay.
kicked it for 3 weeks, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You asked her on the 3rd week, we should make this serious. I see you, know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
want you to be my girl. Like, you gonna be my girl?
Okay.
She says yes. She agrees. Like, it's been established.
Okay.
Right? So, like I said, you're at a get together with your girlfriend. You meet her friends for the first time. When she introduces you as her friend.
Okay.
So y'all get to the car after the party and you ask her about it.
Mm-hmm.
She says, chill, I just don't like other people being in our business, knowing our business. Are you going for that or not? Excuse me.
So
You going for that?
to me, I ain't never met her friends before. That's the first time I met them. So she's saying that, I'm gonna give her a pass. I don't really like her explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even mind her saying that's my friend. It's her explanation, because that's just the first time. Maybe she's like, what kind of friend is that? Because like girls,
Yeah.
if I bring up, if I'm,
She might have been holding back so they can react
so they can
more.
react more. See, so I'm not mad at that. I'm telling her, hey, what's up with that? I'm your man. And then see what her reaction is. Oh, I don't want people in my business. Like this is gonna be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Every time I'm around people, you gonna be like, this is my friend. That's where the dub is. So she gonna have to clarify that. Like if it's just, oh, I don't want people in my business, I'm gonna be like, so at what point are they gonna know I'm your man?
Yeah. Like
It's
if you
your
hiding
friend.
the nigga?
You hiding me? Like, nah, that's that.
Like I
yeah.
said, that question didn't have no time frame on how long they was together, did it?
I mean, well, I basically just said it's been a month.
I mean, no, I was talking about the exact question.
Nah, it didn't.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is like this. If she can give me, like, it could be something like in the past where she's been with a lot of niggas, and it's just like, alright, let me make sure, I just want to make sure this right here is what me and you say it is, that it's
So
legit.
why? My question
before-
would be. So why accept my offer to be?
Because I'm with you, but I've been publicly humiliated with my friends and family and shit, and I would rather just keep my relationship private until I know like we're building something that's definite long term.
See, she said all that, maybe, but all she said was, I'm just trying to, what'd you say? I'm just trying to keep this shit on the low.
Yeah. Like I'm just trying to. I don't want.
I want people in my
my business.
I mean,
Like y'all listen to the question, bro. Like I get what you're saying, but that's like adding new scenarios to her, new thing. What she's saying is just on some shit like,
what if you trust her and it's like she ain't never gave me no other sign that I shouldn't have to worry about her except for her saying, yo, I just want to be.
So how you
maybe
feeling?
she's just a private person. I'm just like, you know what?
So you going with it. So let me ask you a question then. We add like, at what point, so let's say 3 weeks later is another function, and then, at what point would you expect her to publicly embrace you?
Probably
Facts.
nothing past nothing before, and I've dealt with some very private people. So I'm gonna say like that 7-8 month mark.
So you're comfortable with the 7-8 months as people being like they just friends.
Yeah, but it's weird.
so let's say that. So that, like
Let's
I
say
said,
a nigga-
like I said, they've been together for a month, right? So you're saying 6-7 months. Let's say it's been 5 months. So for 5 months, she's been introducing you as her friend.
Yeah.
You don't see nothing. You don't have no problem. with
As
it?
long as there's zero other red flags, no, it's not that deep. Because some people are just really that private, and I've dealt with people that's that private.
I mean, I don't think that's realistic. Like after
Yeah.
5 months, nigga, that's not your friend.
First of all, to be honest with you, I don't know no woman who takes that long. Now I've seen niggas
I'm not saying
who
they
will literally
Yeah, I seen niggas do that.
stretch it out
That's just my hunger.
to that point.
My
So
hunger.
I just think
I
that's
haven't seen a
weird.
girl move that way.
Yeah, that's a weird activity.
I don't
Already.
think it's weird.
As
As long
long
as
5
if
months.
there's no other red flags, then that's just you can.
So
just
what are
tell
your
you're
red
dealing-
flags? What are your red flags?
I mean, now if you
Yeah,
got,
I'm trying to get a better understanding. That's
like I said, like if she ever gave you any other reason to doubt, like maybe there's somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
then that's where it kind of
Other
makes
than
sense.
the fact that she calls you your friend, not her boyfriend.
Yeah. Like I said, if we're around your friends and your family, you're like, oh, that's my friend. Your family looking at you like they know what it is. They're
You
like,
assume that, but
but
That's like some shit. What you talking about is some shit like grandma finding a new nigga and her grandchildren not gonna understand it, or like they kids.
It's
What
no
we
different.
saying is like, nah, it is different because that'll be an issue. What we saying is like, this is your like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Dang,
But I'm looking at it
Yeah.
like this though.
You want
I've done
so for
it.
6 months-
Okay, so from a male point of view,
for 6 months you
it
willing to
changes
do that?
everything though.
For 6 months?
Changes
that's your double
everything.
standard.
It is double standard because I seen niggas dub girls, and you know that was that girl for a long time. For a long time, I don't never seen that from no girl.
I've seen females do it, and
Not for that. Not
it's
A
work. Like,
nigga
I'm
will
not-
a nigga would definitely act like that's not his girl for 7 months, 8 months.
And a female would do. Excuse me, a woman would do the same thing.
Yeah, we working on not calling women females. Joyce.
shout out to my
Joyce.
sister Joyce.
Joyce
Hey,
Kazadi.
I'm trying to get rid of
We
bitch,
working
so
on it.
females
We
will take a lot of
apologize.
work because
If-
You got your shout out. Very
Joyce.
You better make it to an hour and 10 minutes.
I shot it. but I
I mean,
just-
keep it a buck. That's just how I look at it. Like that role right there could be played as male or female. Because I've seen it both ways.
I'm just not that trustworthy.
And that's where your trust comes in. Like,
I was not that trustworthy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if my trust is strong enough at that point for you to be doing that just because
We already knew.
I didn't
I know
ask
how girls
you.
be
You
with-
ask a girl to be a girl, and if y'all really do fuck with each other,
That
her
happened to me
friends is
before.
gonna know.
I asked a girl to be my girl, and then we met, and then it kind of was like weird energy. It was like, oh, my girl, my man. It was just like, and then it was just confusion, and we talked, and then it's like, so what's up? And then I find out with some bullshit later.
I think the longest I ever did a situation like this would probably fall into that 7 to 8 month ratio. But we both were doing the same thing, so it don't really. To me, that's why I feel like, especially after the first
So
time,
you
and
don't
then y'all
care that
talk.
much. As long as you get what you get,
I mean,
that's different though. You feel
like I
me?
said, the relationship is between y'all. As long as you keep you and that person, that's what's most important to me.
You know, Brandon?
To me.
That's 100% facts. That's 100% facts. If you're comfortable with what she's doing, and she's comfortable with what you're doing, that's a fact. Why? Is everybody
But that's
else's
not-
perception?
And the problem
it don't
is
matter.
that's not what we was talking about though. We talking about literally you found out like when she said it. And that's the issue. Like she said, hey, this is my friend, after you already asked her to be a girl. So this is something new to you at this point. This is taking you by
I
surprise.
get
So
that, but then they go home
Now
and
it's
talk
like-
about it.
okay, but so we're saying, I think what we're saying is the confusion comes from, nigga, this ain't the same energy. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I can explain it to you later. It's another thing for you to be like, why didn't you explain this to me from the beginning when I asked you to be my girl? Like, if I asked you to be my girl, we could have a discussion in.
Yeah,
Now I'm coming into
Yeah.
some shit blindsided.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Like, that's how.
But it depends how you take it. But we just want to reiterate right now. Fuck with us, Facts and Cat Podcast. Fuck with us with the merch.
I bring a fan base.
I'm a
Shout out
hustler,
to my
baby.
boy Migo.
Hey, but that's the difference thing about our podcast, brother. We all got jobs. Like, and then one person that's doing one
Yeah, because
thing.
niggas try to divide people like everybody brings something to this shit. All three of us. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man.
We niggas.
We all partners.
We all partnership in this motherfucker.
Yeah, man,
Shouts out to everybody.
Y'all come
doing that
pull
shit.
through. Y'all come buy some merch. We got everything. Give us some ideas.
What you got a deal for me? I fucking you know what it's over. Whatever you got going on. You good.
It's starting to get a little cold outside.
Hey,
When
y'all
y'all
will see a Facts and Cap hoodie next week.
Mmm.
They're in the making right now. We're getting the price points figured out. Facts and Cap hoodie will be on next week. Now this shit might be behind me because I'm hot natured as fuck. But it's gonna be here.
I got a question.
What's up?
What is your question?
What is your question?
We had a Facts and Cat bet, didn't we? Niggas, we had a Facts and
listen.
Cat bet, didn't we?
Yeah,
Man,
man.
bro, I've been on the time schedule, man. So,
Nah.
after the last Facts and Cap,
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna do
gonna
this.
do my 20 push-ups. I'm gonna do the whole 20.
To close out this episode, Brandon gotta do his 20 push-ups.
That shit, I almost made it through without this shit happening.
To
I'ma do
close
it.
this
I'ma do
shit
it.
out, Brandon gotta give us 20.
Hope this motherfucking battery.
Shout out to
gone.
Big Sean.
The Facts and Cat bet, baby.
Hey, matter of fact, hold on, in between this, we forgot to talk about the NFL real quick. So, in a quick thing, how do y'all feel? We all lost this week, right? How do y'all feel about your teams real quick? Let's just keep it real quick.
10-6.
Got down #1 pick. Let's get Trevor Lawrence, baby.
That's how you feel?
Tank for Lawrence, nigga. Lose for Lawrence.
I think
Hey, last night
I'm
was one
dead
of the
ass
6
about it.
games I had us losing this year, so we good.
I'm dead. I watched it. We suck.
my problem with my team is that I just don't be knowing if we supposed to be good or we supposed to be bad. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be
Like,
the worst.
yeah, like what? Just
I know my team trash. So
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all got potential. And it's like,
Yeah, I'm
damn.
tired of getting the 15th pick in the draft. Like, just let me know. Like, is we not trying to make it or not? You know.
Go ahead.
So that's my only problem. But shout out to the NFL. See y'all on Sunday. I got one. I got one. Alright. So your friend. So look, your friend brings a new girlfriend over. And he seems really happy with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like a match made in heaven. You put your head to the street, and a few people you know have told you that, like, basically, like, hey, shout it for the streets, bro. Straight up.
Straight on.
She the swoop. Like, she for everybody.
Mhm.
Like, I ain't capping. Back at Doug, McNair, Stevenson, Burkhardt,
She was.
Parkview, she was everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I seen.
She for the streets. You gonna let your partner know, or you gonna keep it quiet? You gonna let your partner know that she for the streets and she got around like this, or you gonna be quiet?
But hey, bro, how well you know your girl?
You good, man. That's boo.
Hey man, all I'm telling you, my dog. So I don't want you hearing nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she got a rap sheet.
So this is you telling me this shit or hypothetical?
Why you look at me?
I just want to make sure the question. You know, I like to go outside the question.
No. I was making a joke, but if you telling me this,
Hey, she for the street, but I
in the
ain't.
streets.
She for the street, but I ain't never touched her though. I ain't touched her, right?
Nah.
So basically, what you saying is you gonna say,
Nah, but if that's how you would tell them.
Yeah, hey, bro, hey, before you hear anybody else, just let.
you would tell them that she's
She
from the street.
You tell
that you
she
heard it.
was. A nigga say
I
this
heard
my
she-
girl. You gonna say she? You don't think that's a little disrespectful?
Hey, bro,
That's how. That's how you
I heard
say.
she used to get around.
He gonna be like, hey, what you mean she's getting around?
I heard word for word, a nigga told me she was for the street, and you know your girl
think
better.
she do. Yeah.
Hey, you know your girl better than I do. I'm just gonna tell you what I heard out of respect, and I ain't ever speaking on this shit again, nigga.
So let me ask you a question. Dead ass question. Have you ever had to do that before in real life?
Should I have did that in real life?
Have you ever done that before in real
I
life?
should have done that in real life.
But you never did it.
Nigga, I was Mr. Keep It 50 for like 10 years.
No, I do have to say, how did it work out if you did it? But you never did it.
Nigga, I kept it 50. I ain't telling niggas everything they need to hear.
Okay. Justin, go ahead.
I ain't saying shit.
You ain't saying shit? You gonna have me out here with this goddamn mop bucket?
What if you in love? I'm not gonna mess up your
That's what I'm
happiness.
saying. Like, yo, if she make you happy, my nigga. First of all,
It depends on y'all relationship.
what we've had this conversation, bro. I think we've had this conversation on here. First of all, as long as your pussy clean, I want to hear you scream. You feel me? Like,
Y'all wanna have an adult conversation?
Yeah.
what is it?
What girl you met you got tested before you went out with her?
Tested before or after?
Before.
I'm not. Yeah, I've been tested.
Shit, she
out.
happened to fall. She just happened to
I didn't
fall
say
right
necessarily-
outside. I got tested in the same day.
No. So you.
I ain't necessarily got.
So what I'm saying is, if she's been with everybody, if you hearing that she's a swoop and this is your homeboy, forget the fact that love. What
I'm saying
he
is,
don't know that.
I'm assuming that y'all have already fucked.
Okay.
If you would have bought Shawty out in public, y'all already done fucked for it.
Okay.
So,
If not, you fucking at night.
So
second of all,
that's the homie, and she the swoop. I have a story about that.
So let me ask you.
I have a story about that.
So
I ain't gonna say no names.
say the story.
We had a party, kickback, right?
Mhm.
And then I got a homie.
shit.
There's this girl who I know is the swoop.
Who?
It don't matter, bro.
She sucks out in dicks.
She hop on my homie, right? I'm like,
He
alright.
was embarrassed.
Nah, yeah, she hop on my homie. I see them like choosing whatever. Later on, I hear that they was together, like on some chilling. And it wasn't some random shit. It's some chilling. So I knew she was a swoop, but I didn't know she was burning. I hear that she burning.
Let it burn.
I heard she burning. So at first I do, I
Gotta let it burn.
first thing I do, I ask my nigga, bro, I already knew he smashed. Cause it's like, you don't go from a chilling function and then she over your crib, right?
Can I ask a question?
What's the question?
Not even a question. If she's burning and he already done smashed, he know.
So at that point,
If that's all you know is that she's just burning, no, he gonna feel the burn.
well, I think it was, at that point, I had to make sure,
Am I lying?
Hold on. Let me
As a real nigga, I told the homie, hey, did you smash? No, and then he smashed. And then I'm like, yo, I let him know. She out there and she burning.
Okay, so
She might have been.
It's not the exact scenario, but if as soon as I get the information about the burning part,
that's two different scenarios. I didn't say
my
nothing
point,
about.
Justin,
What if
my
she
point
popped
is
the
saying
pills
that
already, nigga? She
my point-
got a shot, popped the pills.
that's a
she-
learning lesson. That's a learning lesson saying that if I know a girl,
All I said was.
let me
that-
finish, Justin. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It was a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson that if a girl's out there, we live in Atlanta, more than likely she might be burning. So
Damn, little girls. Just know.
if my homie with her, I'm gonna let him know, cause I don't want the nigga to be like, damn, you ain't tell me.
But how you know how long ago she was burned from the time they fucked?
Yeah, my whole
Didn't.
Exactly. So that's why you don't say
my
shit.
whole thing is I can't really.
Niggas gotta learn from their own mistakes.
Shit.
Listen, yeah, I just feel like as a nigga, my nigga, bro, like,
Some niggas is cousins in this room. Can you tell information?
Sean is smooth, you gotta let it go.
That's different. Like a nigga.
It ain't my job to let you know
If
Sean is
niggas
smooth.
hop on one
First of all, you from where I'm from?
if
If you from where I'm from, you should know
you sure already know what's up.
the precautions you gotta take when it comes to dealing with
Well,
somebody.
some
here.
niggas is late to the
The
game.
first thing we
you might have a homie
Okay,
that
that's
just start
cool.
getting some new,
Well, be late
some new
then.
things, right?
Be late then, cause you
ain't
know
go
what?
school?
Hey, listen, be late then, cause you know what? When you go fuck with, let's say you got a nigga that you fuck with from Berkeley, that's your nigga. Like we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Right? Anybody that's ever, and this ain't even got to do with the school we went to. Any nigga, you know your school, right? Let's say you got a partner from your school. The first thing you gonna ask a nigga, like let's say a nigga got something going on. He should be asking his niggas from his
You
neighborhood about shorty.
gotta do the whole check.
Yeah, like you should be doing the
But
fact.
if he didn't, if he
You
didn't
did
get-
it, well that's on you, bro.
Hey, bro, they listen to this shit.
Straight up.
Get y'all
That's on
on
you.
this whole fast.
You got, nigga, we gonna keep it a buck. But niggas do you know how you do the Carfax? You see the history and shit?
It's not me today. But I agree. You gotta do a whole fast.
You do the whole facts. Oh, I don't care who she with. Niggas do the whole facts.
So that's my point. So how you mad now?
But some niggas don't.
Sometimes you just gotta let it burn.
Oh, they need a bitch. That would sound like they need a bitch.
Alright, bro. And where we at?
It sound like a lot of niggas out here hoes.
Hey man.
Hoes.
Alright, we got one more.
Talk. We stay on.
This one good right here, y'all like this one. One of your friends call you and tell you that his cousin is throwing a party.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you to bring your girl. You know, hey, nephew, bring your girl. You ask your girl if she's down and she said, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, y'all make it there. You know, hour in, your phone dies. Cause you ain't put your shit on the charger. You need to make a call. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you trying to get some tree or some shit. Who knows? You ask your girl, hey, gotta use your phone real quick, I need to make a call. You get her phone, you realize, yo, this signal trash, like, we in the middle of nowhere anyway, fuck it. So, you turn on her Wi-Fi.
She must got T-Mobile.
Yeah, she got that T-Mobile motherfucker.
The Wi-Fi calling.
And you notice that her shit automatically connected.
Wait, what? Her shit just like you at your homeboy's cousin house.
The Wi-Fi.
And that Wi-Fi just
And
pop
you know
up.
that Wi-Fi, that mean you already been here before.
You've been here before.
You've been here before.
How you handling that, Brandon?
That Wi-Fi connects.
You trusting your girl? She didn't.
How do you handle that?
She trusted the girl that
How
said
do you
she up.
confront her? How do you confront her?
How do you confront? What's the conversation? What do you? What? No, fuck that. What's going through your mind instantly? The Wi-Fi connect.
Alright, so I'm a nigga with some shit like that. I think through first. I don't react.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to come with a clear case. And whatever you may say, I need to already have the answer in my head that you're going to say.
Okay.
Best case scenario, say I got that Netgear 34.
Mm-hmm. Tech gear. They
I'm
automatic.
gonna, I live out here. I moved to, let's say, Stone Mountain. But I still have that Netgear 34. I might not necessarily been at this house, in this location, but the same niggas is connected somewhere.
This whole move around.
No, it's the same group of friends.
The
You
Wi-
never know.
The
But
Wi-Fi move around.
hey. So it's just a general question. Hey, I cut the Wi-Fi on the password already worked.
So basically,
So I'm
what you
gonna
no,
ask. I'm not
no,
gonna
no,
assume.
no.
I'm not.
So you believe in your queen? Is that what you're saying? You believe in your girl?
No, you didn't finish. You said he gonna assume the best case scenario is that somehow she been somewhere, not here, and the Wi-Fi was the same password.
Now, worst case scenario. All right, let's see what's going on. I'm not gonna react in public though. That's me. I'm not gonna say shit. But when we get somewhere in private,
How you gonna ask her? Hey, you know your Wi-Fi connected, right?
yep.
And that's it.
Tell me who the fuck.
So,
Tell me who the fuck.
how you end up on Netgear 34? Like, just
Tell me who the
I'm
fuck in
curious.
here you know.
Nope, I'm not arguing. Hey, you know what? It was funny. I put that shit in it on my that shit had a
I played it
password,
wrong.
but
That's what he said.
I'm going to be like, hey, so you I didn't know, like, you know, you have fun. So the homeboy's name's Trey.
You know Trey?
Trey cousin, you know Trey, 'cause that's my homeboy. You know Trey cousin. She gonna lie,
Yeah.
cause she don't know what I know.
as soon as she gonna lie.
Why would? All right, that's another issue. I'm waiting for you to say that. Think about what somebody gonna say, right? All right, fuck, we come to the house. You didn't tell me you knew who this was.
You just said Trey.
Even when we
Everybody
showed
named
up
Trey.
to this house.
Nah, everybody
He
knows
looked
Trey cousin.
familiar. Oh, but I used to talk to his old roommate Bobby. And they share the same Wi-Fi.
You lying? That's a
Sound
nice
like
story.
a lie to me.
Sound like a lie, bro. Like, either one or two things. You lied about knowing Trey and been in his scenario, because if you knew his roommate, you knew him. You knew he looked familiar. You should have said at one point, oh, I know him. I know Trey cousin. I used to date his roommate. I used to talk to his roommate. You didn't say shit. Or you know Trey and you trying to dead it, and as soon as I talk about the Wi-Fi, I'm like, so how'd you get the Wi-Fi?
Bro, shit, I used to fuck with Trey back in the day.
So I didn't tell you.
I came over one time.
You came over one time, so you have me over here using this nigga while yeah, that's a big problem.
You gonna be that big of a deal with somebody she used to fuck with?
Cause she didn't say it.
Because you got me at a nigga house looking stupid.
You got me a nigga looking stupid, bro.
They laughing.
How's that looking stupid?
That's bro. Yeah, that's wild.
You got me over here.
And if there's a possibility,
First of all,
that
he
you got
asked
his
that
Wi-Fi,
question
you didn't
and
let me know.
immediately started laughing.
Trey cousin? I used to talk to Trey cousin. Word.
But she never met Trey. And she ain't see it till
Trey
she got to the
cousins.
house.
She should have.
When you got to the house, you should have said
You
something.
probably should have said something. You probably should have said something. Especially as soon as I saw my phone dead. That's the conversation you should have said something. Not knowing I'm gonna take your Wi-Fi. I'm just saying that's what you should have said something.
I get what y'all saying. I ain't gonna. Y'all got
Because
it.
at that point it's too coincidental.
You got
Oh.
FNC? FNC in the place to be?
FNC.
You got them facts and caps. Yeah. On the
No.
cameras.
I was having a conversation with people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we was talking about rich and poor. What's the definition of that? So I'm just gonna throw a question out there. Can you be rich with no money?
Yep.
You say yes. Can you be rich with no money?
No.
Justin say no. And just to get a context, is like, is poverty a mindset?
No.
Possibility.
All right, Justin, go ahead.
Well, one, I don't think you can necessarily work your way out of poverty. Yeah, I think there's systematic things that happen. I think if you do get out of poverty, like,
So you saying it's cap? You can't be.
you can't necessarily be a worker and work yourself out of poverty. You know what I'm saying?
So you can't have no money and be rich. Somebody tell you, yo, I'm rich. I feel like I'm rich. Like, oh, how much money you got? Got about $1,000 in my name.
I think
Am I rich?
when you first get
That's
the
a
money,
mindset.
I think when you first get the money,
So it's money. It's poverty because it's not money. Money is tangible, but like rich is not necessarily. It's rich.
I think that rich can also, like, being rich can also, like, having a lot of money can also, like, make you happy. Like, it can genuinely
money
cut down your problem. Like, it's a good down payment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you don't think you can be homeless and consider yourself rich,
for me, no.
Brandon?
I'd never be happy being homeless.
I
For me,
honestly don't.
I don't think so.
Do you-
Honestly,
do
no.
you- do
I,
you-
like my personal opinion, but I feel like there can be a poor person that's homeless that is happy and they're content and they feel rich. Like rich is a mind state.
So you agree? You think that's
Yeah.
facts? Rich is the mind state. You think rich is a bank account?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a lot of money.
I mean, I know what I would.
Unhappy
I
with more
personally
money.
would rather want, but
I'd rather
sometimes
be-
it ain't about the money.
I'd rather be unhappy with a lot of money
Nah, I'd rather.
Then
Then
unhappy.
be happy.
Then be happy and broke.
with broke.
Yeah.
I'd rather be happy.
I'd rather be more unhappy with a lot of money because probably I make more people happy. I make.
But you're
I
not
feel
making
I
yourself
don't, I don't
happy.
worry about.
So that's interesting. So you rather be unhappy with a lot
I'm not
of money.
saying I. When I
What did you
okay,
say?
so let me finish. So when I say this, not necessarily that I want to be unhappy, but what I'm saying is,
Say what you said.
You're rather.
yeah, I'm trying to explain it. So like, not necessarily
Trying to
that.
boost.
Not necessarily that I'd rather be unhappy, but
Chris made this shit work.
I know for a fact, like, if I'm more happy when I don't have to worry about others, everybody's straight.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
rather
I'm gonna cut you off.
go ahead.
You personally feel like money will. You don't see a scenario where you, Justin, will be unhappy with a lot of money. It's
I
like
don't
you.
see a scenario.
No, when I say that, it's
But
more,
I think-
more than likely you'll be more happy because you'll be able to take care of more people.
I feel like either way I'm gonna have issues, and I think that either way, I think at least at some point I'd rather be happier, providing for others, and making my family situation and trying to provide for my family, getting my family more like wealth, generational, than just me. Like if I had to sacrifice my happiness, that I'm not the happiest. Like if I gotta sacrifice the fact, like I said, I'm not the happiest nigga, but I can change like the value and just the way that my family move. I'd rather do that.
So like, success,
Success,
happy,
just taking
rich,
money.
they're all synonymous in this scenario. They're all synonymous.
Sure.
Right? They're synonymous. Rich, happy. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
So, I know we have A-Rob, friend of the show, his bio says, "What's money? Question mark. A man is a success if he gets up in the morning, he goes to bed at night, and in between he does what he wants to do." That means that money, he could be homeless, he could be a thousandaire, he could
I don't
be a
believe
millionaire.
I don't agree with
A
that.
man, so you think that's cap?
Yeah, like okay, you can do what you want to do.
And
The
be
only way
content,
I
be happy.
agree with you doing what you want to do is if you making some kind of money. Like I ain't saying you gotta be a multi-millionaire off the shit, but you can do what you want to do and be literally like dead broke on your ass stressing.
Or you could be
Like
not
say your job-
dead- you be
like,
dead
say your
broke on
job-
ass, not stressing.
Let's say that your job is like, let's say that it's like, all right, this nigga, I'm making this much money from doing that. You still gotta worry about your bills and whatever. Then that ain't making me happy.
It sounds like if you're
That ain't
worried
making me
about your
happy.
bills, then you can't be happy. But
Like I said, I'd
Depends.
rather be if me. I feel like it's a good down payment. Like shit, if I'd rather be.
that's what I said. The more money is gonna alleviate your natural stresses.
You know what?
Good down payment
I
for
wasn't really expecting him to say that answer. That's probably why when we watched this, I'm a little crazy. 'Cause I thought you would have went a different way with it.
Mm-hmm.
But me, it's just like, all right,
I need my money.
let's just say I work a job that's only gonna pay my bills, and I gotta struggle for everything outside of that, food, whatever. But I'm happy. I would rather have that than the stress of being rich and then going through the bullshit, the leeches, the goddamn, I can't throw up my game set when I want to. Like just everything, like just the pressure of everything all at once.
Mm-hmm. The freedom that
My freedom versus just being a regular person, and I got my bills paid. I'm gonna find a way to eat. Like, nigga, I can buy.
So
this
you
loaf
rather
of
go
bread.
to sleep.
happy, peaceful.
So you don't know where your next meal coming, but you rather not know where your next meal coming than basically.
If I'm happy, I'm not stressed.
you're not stressing over it. It's not a big deal.
But you've been.
I don't know
you've been
nobody
stressed
who's
before,
ever
right?
not. I don't know nobody who's ever not knew where their next meal came from and not been stressed.
There was a song on Prince of Egypt called, yeah, I've seen Prince of Egypt before.
Yeah.
Says some shit like, when all you got is nothing, it's a lyric. and all you got is nothing, there's a lot to go around. It's a
Because you know
mindset.
how to like.
No,
It's a mindset. You know how
I
to
don't agree
share.
with that.
You will
I don't
survive.
agree with
The
that.
most generous people usually have the least. The richest people be the most stingiest,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
So the most generous
I'll
people,
take-
they give you the last of what they have.
When you coming
and
from
it's
like getting
happiness.
tips, right? Your tips are coming from a minimum wage, upper minimum wage. Now I ain't gonna say like I'm just going out
I
to eat
used to
because
have
it's
5 to
budget.
15 too. When it was like 2:30.
Nah, I'm just feeling like this. I don't agree with none of that. I done been in situations, I done been struggled, like I done came up, me and my mom, we done had our shares, we done did what we did. I don't agree with none of that.
So let me
that's
ask
But
you.
I don't think you stressed as bad as
Let me
No,
ask you
I'm stressed like nigga, have you ever woke up and literally like you woke up, say you came from school, you woke up, boom, hey, we gotta leave, we can't stay here. We gotta go.
So
We gotta find somewhere to go.
I've been homeless before.
Yeah, I don't wanna hear that
Right.
shit. For me,
I've been
that shit is a no.
in a 6-figure house. Been homeless. I've never been rich. Been struggling. Had all that. This is what I feel. As a parent, I do not understand how you can be happy or content if your child is hungry.
Facts.
And I think that right there changes the whole question because you put the parent part in there. Because you're not speaking for your own happiness at that point.
So if you're
That
responsible
changes-
for
that changes
other
everything.
people,
No.
I don't understand, and that's what changed it for me too. Because I can understand being content without having anything.
I'm
Everything's
content
superficial.
with
Money is superficial. Bills are superficial. It doesn't matter if you have that. It's a deep understanding that you have to understand to have. Because look at J. Cole.
I agree with J. Cole.
That's what he said.
I feel like J. Cole got a lot of
I'm
issues that people don't like. People don't have. Like people would rather have those issues than the issues he got.
He's saying you
That's
don't know.
me.
He's saying you don't know till you get it.
That's cool.
And-
Shout out to J. Cole.
And my point is, I can understand that, but you can never tell me that you're homeless and you have a child that's hungry and you're content.
Hold on.
I can't.
That changes.
That changes
Right.
everything.
That
If
changes.
you're content being like, I know, I'm confident, I'm getting food, I'm happy, I'm not stressing about shit. I don't have to worry about bills, I don't have to worry about a job, I don't have to worry about the confine of society. I can understand that. It makes sense. It takes you could be out a nomad. I'm a villager, I'm gonna go find my food. That's cool. I don't understand how you can go to sleep knowing your child's hungry. The security that money provides, it changes that scenario where rich is not just a mindset. There's a poverty line.
I think
In America, there's a
the way
poverty
I look
line.
at it is you just speaking about yourself. Maybe if you're speaking past that, then yeah, then I agree with
For
everything you
myself?
just said.
I agree with you then. If it's yourself, because you only worry about yourself.
I said, you got family members, you got other people. It's not even just your children.
You're not
like, it's-
responsible for your family members. though.
Yeah, but you know, it might take time for people to realize that. You might have, but it might be. You might have a brother. You might have a sister that you came up with that you don't feel comfortable with leaving the block, and they still out here. Like I watched FBG Duck. His mom had interview on Vlad. Vlad whole thing. What he been saying, you know, Vlad he like to ask questions for people, and he'll ask that for this long. He'll ask the same question, right? So what I'm saying is, he asked, hey, I told FBG Duck, why not leave Chicago? Right? The whole time, he's saying this, the whole time, FBG Duck is giving me excuses as to why he's not wanting to leave Chicago. He asked the mom, it's different now. It makes sense when she's explaining it. Oh, well, he's already in an industry where he's blackballed. He has 50, he comes from a relationship of my mom, I had him at 15. Well, I had him at 16. His brother already got killed. His older sister already got killed. He's my last living child. Even with that, basically, like she's breaking it down, like she's saying, like he's the last living nigga. He means this much to the family. He means that much. He's this and he's that. You know what? At the same time, I feel you. Like I mean this much to the family. It's hard for me to just dip. It's hard for me to just understand things.
No, right. He just was killed, right?
Yeah, he was killed. he was killed. He's from Chicago. So my thing is like, it's certain. My whole thing, what I'm trying to say is like, it's certain. It's things that people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like how you say it's context of things. It's context of things.
That's a fact.
So
Everybody's situation different. Like,
yeah.
That mindset to be selfless and do that. Our responsibility might be to.
Yeah, so I just think that it's a little different when we really start hammering into shit. You know, it makes things different. So I don't know, man. What else you got, bro?
Speaking about that and dying as a rapper, like Jackson Cat, is it smart or safe to be a rapper now? Is that the career path you would suggest to be a black African American? We're talking about rapper.
It's the same career when, like I said earlier, who's the prey? The poor people. Why do you think that they when you're in they sign, who do you think they look for when they target people for a record deal? They're not gonna ask people. Like the reason why Nip was
Uneducated.
the reason why Nip was so great is because you don't see people hiring. And not saying like we all know Nip has already been like it was people that you know it's people that signed deals and stuff like, and he was older. But you don't see people being. I'm not saying this is his story, but you don't see people that's 30 years old getting signed. You want to know why? Because they might know a little bit more business about themselves.
You want exploitation.
You want to get young kids who don't know shit about nothing, and you want to get them.
But that doesn't have nothing to do with rap. That's every industry. You want to sign that young white girl singer, but so is it? I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about like your risk as far as your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe, facts or cat, to be a rapper in today's climate?
It all depends on what you're doing and who's behind you.
Yeah. Who's teaching you?
Because if you got the right judgment and the right people behind you, and that's telling you the rights and wrongs in the career, cool. If not, and you got to get it out the ground, like I said, it's not nothing wrong with being a rapper if that's what you choose to do. But it all depends on your mindset and how you want to do it.
I think it's cap. I mean, I think is it safe to be a rapper? Like that's nothing. No, I think that's cap. I think you can't name me no other genre of music where people are dying at the rate that rappers die.
It's also not just the rappers.
Who?
It's
Show me, give me country music singers that died from gun violence and being killed.
I ain't saying are we just talking about gun violence and kills, or are we talking about overdoses and everything else?
Give me.
I don't listen to enough or pay attention to give you names, but this shit happens.
At the rate black people do, rappers do, because whatever rate they die from suicide or overdosing on drugs or murder, it's a fact. There's something wrong with our genre that young rappers
so you don't think they're just doing
because
this
we promote people. We promote.
We're promoting.
I didn't say the why,
but they're already doing it.
I'm saying we promote people from the ghetto.
We do.
We promote people who come from poverty, and they like the fact that this is their mind state, so we can literally suck them bone dry. And this is why another reason. And I don't want to bring him up. I don't mean to bring him up again, but let's just be the truth. It's the reason why 69 is so.
Every episode.
Yeah, I mean, listen. He's the reason. You know why I like speaking about him? Because he's a living testimony. Like, if you try to tell your kid, this is why you shouldn't be like him, this is a living testimony. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the reason why I have a problem with him is just like, don't be like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's giving you examples. Like everything your mama told you. What happened? You ever been in a situation? Everybody had a situation where their mama didn't told you this is what's gonna happen.
She do.
And then that's what happened, right? And then you be like, damn, my mom was right. You might be low key about it, but be like, damn, mama was right. That's just how shit work. So
yeah, I just don't think it's. If somebody tell me, yo, I got options. I want to pursue basketball. I want to pursue college. I'm a nice rapper. I want to pursue rapping. What safety wise, this is in my best interest. What I'll be like, nah, but niggas getting killed for rapping.
facts.
Niggas getting killed for rapping.
No, rap is a dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's definitely dangerous.
Is that fact?
I give you
That's a
that.
better question. Is rap dangerous?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's simple as
It's
that.
one of the most dangerous genres in the world. Everybody's getting killed from rap.
Who's all behind you? But I get what y'all.
I'm not,
Point y'all
because I
trying to
don't hear people getting murdered in any other genre of music.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it was like, yo, you play sports, you get hurt. You get hurt playing basketball. You get hurt playing, you tear your ACLs doing anything.
Facts.
I don't hear nobody getting murdered, getting robbed, and doing any other genre of music. Like, why is hip hop, rap, you're a target?
That's a fact, bro. 100%. I agree.
That shit suck.
What you got?
That shit suck, bro. We don't talk to ghosts, man.
Give us one more, nigga. Give
Give
us
us
one more. Yo, okay, give us a couple more, my
What
nigga.
you talking about?
Shout out to you. Shout out Rogers, little bitch. Shout out Drewski.
Rodgers, the good.
Shout out Drewski.
I'm gonna have a trivia next time.
Hey, Drewski, if you see this shit, man, follow the campaign. Nigga, I heard you in the Shiloh. We gonna do some research.
Y'all, you talking about the NFL. Did y'all feel like they got the protesting right?
No.
Brandon, go ahead. Yes or no? Facts or cap? Did they get protesting right?
Facts only because I'm saying they did about as best as I thought the NFL was gonna do.
Okay.
Okay, so the way he answered that was like,
A cop out.
no, I don't think it was a cop out. I just think that it was interesting. For me, what I think is, I don't give a fuck. They just kind of, like I said, they just said it how they said it. Like, hey yo, hey, we like black people. Put it in the end zone. Like put it in the end zone. Like we good. Like
You sound like you just don't trust the NFL.
I don't, and that's why and we didn't have a podcast then. I think my whole problem, a lot of the time, was with Colin Kaepernick when they had the whole. He was in Atlanta, he was in Georgia. Whole situation was like people like Kaepernick. Okay, so my whole thing is sometimes I need you if you're gonna be this something. And this goes with the Joe Budden and Charlamagne. My whole thing is I think my issue with people is. I need people to pick a side. I'm not saying that it's necessarily them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this your path? And is this your path? So like when I say that with like Charlamagne, I would say like what I need Joe Budden to realize, this is what I say with both of them. What I need Joe Budden to realize is like, you know for a fact that Charlamagne, y'all kind of do the same things. Like y'all have necessarily podcast, shit like that. So don't make it like y'all have podcasts, alright? If you have a podcast, this is what you're doing. This is what it is with you. When it comes to Charlamagne acts like he's too big for Joe Budden. My whole thing, what I would say is just like I need people to realize like, are you this or are you that?
What I will say, because I understand what you're saying, I fundamentally disagree with you because it's business. If I'm the NFL, I can't be this and that. I'm gonna go where the money is. I'm gonna go where the public perception is, and that goes back with Charlamagne and Joe Budden. I'm gonna go where the public perception is because if 2016 Kaepernick's protesting and my bottom lines dictates that I go against him, I'm gonna follow that.
So look. When I'm saying that, when I come to Colin, now this is where I come to Colin Kaepernick. My issue with Colin Kaepernick, let's go back to when he did when he was supposed to be in Atlanta for the whole, what was it? The whole goddamn tryout shit, right? It seemed like there was distrust from Colin Kaepernick and there was distrust from the NFL, correct?
Yeah.
They both were having a distrust. My issue with them, especially my issue with Colin Kaepernick, is they don't have like the leverage. You don't have the leverage that they have.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL doesn't need Colin Kaepernick to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
They don't need Colin Kaepernick. I get you, Colin Kaepernick. I get your point and I agree with your point. But what you gotta understand is you come in, you go this angle, and the way that he went about it, I felt like there was a different way to be about.
And that's why
And that's
you
it.
know what? And that's why
And that's it.
that makes sense of how you agree with Charlamagne so much.
Yeah.
I get it.
I agree. With
I'm not necessarily saying that this is necessarily the 100% right way.
It goes to get what is the end goal? If the end goal is to do business,
That's
if
why
the
I
end
said-
goal is to get in the NFL, there's ways to go about it.
Exactly.
If the end goal is to
So you have a distrust with the NFL. That's my whole thing. You have, a
She has
dis-
every right to have.
you have every right. That's facts. So why go into this situation and now it looks even worse? Like, do you want to be in the NFL or
You're saying
not?
you're not being wise. Like, what are you doing then?
Yeah, do you want to be in the NFL or
No,
not?
Like you're dealing with thieves, and then they do.
You know the
shit,
thieves,
Then what are you doing?
and that's basically how I've been trying to say the situation. And that's the same thing with Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with Joe and Charlamagne. Like, so are you really trying to be in this organization or are you not? I get the fact that these niggas have offended you. Maybe your relationship ain't what it was with these people, or you don't fuck with these people, la 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 la. But at the same time, what is it? You know what I mean? Like,
I feel you. It's a complicated issue.
it's definitely
It's because Kaepernick is a man. He's not a brand. He's not an entity. He has his own personal feelings, and he has the pressure of representing a movement.
yeah.
So I think he's a balance of trying. Same thing with Joe Budden. He's representing a black empowerment movement.
Yeah.
So
At least that's what.
that's the perception he
That's
puts
the
out.
perception he's
That's the
put it
perception
out
he puts
as. Which I'm not saying that that's not what it was. I think
True
it
or
is.
false?
I think he does care. I think he does care.
So how he moves.
Do I think him and Charlamagne both be bullshitting?
Of
Yes.
course, humans bullshit.
That's
Like
what
you gotta look at that as just
So.
it is what it is.
I don't know, man. Y'all boys got anything to wrap it up with? Y'all got anything to say?
Hey man, buy the merch. We got shirts, we got masks, we got cup. Hey, if it's something you think you might want, just let us know. We'll get it.
Y'all heard my daughter what she said. Subscribe to the podcast.
Subscribe.
Hey,
We're gonna have a
too.
kids episode soon.
Kids episode, we got everything coming. Hey, my boy Lil Chris here, Darren. Y'all need some pictures, you know what I'm saying? For whatever business y'all running, y'all need some good professional
My nigga, if
pictures.
y'all like to fucking watch people play games, shit, follow my nigga's Twitch, bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, I heard he nice at the
Superboy Chris, man.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, what game should I get, bro? Should I get Madden or should I get 2K? One of y'all niggas bought it already?
Shit, I'm about to buy Madden tonight.
Yeah, man, that was
Madden? I heard Madden was more late anyway.
Hey man,
Madden.
if you need a photographer for your OnlyFans,
Yes.
hit my DMs and I'm gonna book Chris for you.
All the his knows. All the hoes.
I just play baby.
All the hoes hit Brandon DM.
Bhomes_05. And I'll get you connected to the right
Shouts
person.
out to
I ain't gonna be there.
independent black woman.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, I'm gonna knock these push-ups out. We gonna get on up out of here.
Yeah, give me 20 right here in front.
I did
right
15
here.
before we started.
You did?
Yeah.
He did, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Put the camera on this nigga. I ain't know he did 15. Give me 10, bro. Don't lie to me like that.
Well, alright.
Give me 10. Give me 10.
That's what happens when you bet on 6ix9ine.
I ain't bet on him.
You bet on snitch ass Mexican and you from the north. You a liar. What is wrong with you? You tired.
And we out.
We out, baby.
We don't bet on no snitch. Stop playing.